Hello everyone, this is Kik. In today's episode, we have Microsoft showcasing a neural network that creates talking deepfakes from a single photo. Boston Dynamics has retired the robot Atlas and immediately introduced a more powerful and skilled electric version. Mentee Robotics has unveiled the first robot initially designed with AI. Tesla has recalled all Cybertruck pickups. The prototype of the Boom Supersonic airliner will be tested at supersonic speed, and Boeing Starliner is already prepared for its first test flight with a crew to the ISS. All this and much more right now. Let's go. We'll start today's issue with the soft ones. Why from them? Because Microsoft decided to keep up with OpenAI and introduced its own video generator. In recent years, generative neural networks have significantly advanced in development, moving from creating static images to producing video materials. One of the most notable innovations in this area is the Vasa-1 algorithm from Microsoft, which allows generating videos based on a single image and an audio track. Vasa-1 uses an advanced model for synchronizing facial and lip movements, creating highly realistic videos. This algorithm particularly stands out for its ability to imitate natural head and facial movements, adding liveliness and credibility to the video. Technically, Vasa-1 operates in a hidden facial space, where face and head dynamics are generated. Microsoft emphasizes that thanks to innovations and extensive experiments, including the introduction of new metrics, their method significantly surpasses previous ones in many parameters. The algorithm supports online video generation, with a resolution of 500x592 pixels and a frame rate of 40 frames per second, minimizing initial delay and allowing interaction with realistic avatars in real time. Meanwhile, the startup Limitless has released an unusual wearable device called Pendant. The gadget records all surrounding sounds, then structures them using an AI algorithm and compiles a summary that can help the user replay any moment of the past day. The device is a clip with a magnetic attachment designed to be worn on clothing. The manufacturer claims a battery life of up to 100 hours on a single charge. Inside Pendant, a directional microphone continuously captures surrounding sounds, ignoring background noise. The company notes that the recording will not start until the second participant in the conversation gives their consent. The device is positioned as a useful tool for students and businessmen, which can be used to further analyze past lectures or business meetings. The gadget will be available in 8 different colors and will go on sale in August 2024 for $99. Free recording will be limited to 10 hours per month, and for $19 a year, the user will receive unlimited cloud storage. In other news, Boston Dynamics has retired the legendary robot Atlas. Yes, friends, after 11 years of dancing, acrobatic stunts, and other impressive achievements, the humanoid robot Atlas is retiring. Compared to other humanoid machines from 15 years ago, it moved very nimbly and managed to impress DARPA, the Advanced Research Projects Agency of the U.S. Department of Defense, which commissioned Boston Dynamics to build another android for the Robotics Challenge competition. It was presented to the public 10 years ago. A year after the competition's finale, the next generation of Atlas appeared, which could already perform some useful actions, such as moving boxes. Since then, about every 6 months, Boston Dynamics has released videos with new tricks, whether it learned to run, jump, dance, or do parkour. Indeed, it was unmatched in dynamics, and even now few can compare to it. The reasons for retiring the hydraulic robot Atlas are not publicly disclosed. However, there are several facts that suggest this step was justified. Firstly, in recent years, Boston Dynamics has focused on commercializing its developments. Secondly, complex hydraulic robots are not liked by customers because they leave puddles of hydraulic fluid on the floor, but all this turned out to be just guesses. The company didn't make us wait long and has already introduced his successor. This time, and for the first time in its practice, Boston Dynamics named the Android a product. The company Hyundai will be the first client of Boston Dynamics and will help find real applications for the Android in a partnership setting. A similar approach is applied by Tesla with its humanoid Optimus. But Boston Dynamics has more experience in robotics, and sales and rentals of the robot dog model Spot are also doing well. In addition to innovative hardware, Atlas will receive new software tools based on AI and machine learning. For example, machine vision, which will allow it to effectively work in real factory floors and residential premises. Moreover, besides the ability to move like a human, the new robot will learn other motor skills not typical of humans. How do you like the new robot from Boston Dynamics? Write your answer in the comments. It will be very interesting for us to read. Continuing with robots, the Israeli startup Mentee Robotics, co-founded by Mobileye and the founder of AI21 Labs, has introduced a humanoid named MenteeBot. Unlike most other robots, MenteeBot was initially designed with artificial intelligence in mind, not just equipped with it at later stages of development. The robot uses artificial intelligence technologies, including large language models based on transformers, which have become popular thanks to ChatGPT and similar services. These technologies are applied at all levels of its operation. The MenteeBot prototype transforms commands commands given by humans into complex actions in the real world, using AI at three main levels. Firstly, it uses large language models based on transformers to interpret commands and think through the necessary steps. Then, using algorithms based on NERF, it builds a real-time cognitive 3D map of the environment, with complete semantic information about objects and items, and also localizes itself on the map, planning a dynamic path to avoid obstacles. Mentee claims that the final, production-ready version of the humanoid will be equipped with sensors that work only with the camera, patented electric motors that provide unprecedented agility, and fully integrated artificial intelligence. It will be ready for deployment in the first quarter of 2025. The company has not disclosed which segment it will initially target. Moving on, many years of development and numerous delays in release did not help Tesla produce a truly quality product. From the very beginning of deliveries, owners of the electric pickup Cybertruck complained about various problems with the vehicle. Eventually, Elon Musk's company decided to recall all manufactured vehicles. As expected, the reason was a problem with the accelerator pedal. Some owners of the pickup simply had it sticking, which led to uncontrollable acceleration of the vehicle and posed a threat to drivers and passengers of the electric car, as well as other people. Tesla confirmed that the pedal in Cybertruck could shift, leading to sticking. The company preliminarily reported that unauthorized changes in production included the use of soap to facilitate the assembly of pedal components. It was the soap residue that disrupted the fixation of the bracket on the pedal. Tesla intends to replace or rework the pedal on all existing Cybertrucks. Additionally, the company has already made the appropriate amendments in the production process. The premium electric vehicle brand Polestar is preparing to introduce its first smartphone, and ahead of this event, it has shared renders and videos of the upcoming new product. In addition to an interesting design, the main advantage of the device will be its close integration with Polestar cars. According to the source, the smartphone will be presented in a white body. It will have a flat display with thin bezels and a round cutout at the top center for the selfie camera sensor. Unofficially, the screen with an aspect ratio of 21.9 and a diagonal of more than 6.5 will occupy 91.5% of the front panel area. On the back of the device, there is a traffic light camera with 3 image sensors and a circular LED flash. The power and volume buttons are located on the right side of the body. At the bottom end, there are a USB port, speaker, SIM card slot, and microphone. It is known that the smartphone has already been certified for sale in China, and its premiere is scheduled for April 23rd. The development of the upcoming new product was conducted in collaboration with the company Meizu. Now let's take to the skies. Last month, the prototype of the future passenger airliner from the American company Boom Supersonic was tested in the sky for the first time. Having confirmed that all systems are functioning normally, the regulator issued permission for tests at supersonic speed. This aircraft, 19 meters long and with a wingspan of 6 meters, climbed to an altitude of 2,170 meters and developed a speed of 440 km/h. Afterwards, specialists analyzed the collected data and confirmed the aerodynamic characteristics and airworthiness of the aircraft. The team of engineers plans to conduct a number of flight tests to check the operability of the landing equipment. From 10 to 20 tests will be required to assess the range of operational modes of the aircraft before transitioning to supersonic flight mode. After which, by the end of 2024, there will be 3 flights with a gradual increase in speed from 1.1 to 1.3 Mach numbers. And what would Kick be without space? This week, the ground staff of Florida's Space Coast docked the Boeing Starliner spacecraft to the United Launch Alliance Atlas V rocket, starting preparations for the launch next month. This flight will be the first manned start of Starliner after 2 test launches without a crew in 2019 and 2022. The upcoming launch will conclude a decade and a half of development and, in case of success, will pave the way for Starliner missions to deliver crews to the ISS. At the end of this month, the SpaceX Cargo Dragon spacecraft will leave the ISS. This will free the front docking node of the space station for the arrival of Starliner next month. The launch of Atlas V and Starliner is scheduled to take place from the Space Launch Complex SLC-41. And that's all for today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell to stay updated on high-tech news. Peace to your home.